So, when you became an owner of a nursery and a very successful nursery, I have to say, did you feel being in control that it was very different and did your habits change? Did you feel less likely to burn out?
No, the opposite, which was not what I expected. I was expecting, when you're in school and you're working for someone else and you have to do things in a certain way, I was like, that become your own boss, you set it. And there's some amazing bits of being your own boss, some. And it was amazing that, I could craft the curriculum and I could employ the people I wanted and I could really think about the ethos I was doing. That side, brilliant. What I didn't realise was what a steep learning curve it'd be, because suddenly you're very isolated. When you're part of a team at school, you've got your senior leadership team, you've got governors, there's people you can go to, there'll be some for health and safety, some for this. You as a nursery owner, that is all on your head. You suddenly need to be an expert at Legionella and asbestos and contracts and all sorts, all in one go. And so that is a very steep learning curve, because you've got obviously legal responsibilities as a business owner, as well as trying to craft educationally what you want. And suddenly it's all on your head. And that responsibility is huge. And even at times when I was stressed in school leadership, and there were times I said I had to go to doctor and things, you were still an employee. You could still choose, subject to whether you could afford it, but you could walk away. Once you own a business, it's all on your head. And then the responsibility of other people as well. Even though I had teams working for me at school, the responsibility when you're paying them, and it brings it a whole different. It made me think, gosh, this is a whole nother level. And so there were bits that obviously absolutely lovely to get fully immersed in, but I worked so many more hours. And I always said, I think my little one was about 1 when I started, I said, once he starts school, I'm going to have it in a place I can work 9 till 3 and be a mum. Well, I've still never achieved it to this day, and it's 13, so maybe that's never actually going to happen. But nobody says no, nobody says stop. And you will always have a to-do list. There will always be something to do. There's always, just a minute, I just need to. There will always be that. You're never going to finish your to-do list. There will always be something to do. And so you have to put your own parameters in. And that can be really, really hard.
How do you do that?
Well, don't do what I did, which was I pushed it too far and I collapsed. Physically collapsed. Fell in the study. I took a rather nice light with me that smashed as well. And so that forced me to stop, because it made you realise I was just so exhausted. You'd often work, not have lunch. I'd jump into numbers with the children. I'd then do my work on an evening, because I wanted so much to support everyone else, because I wanted the team to feel so supported. I spent so long making sure I was supporting the staff. But the problem was the cost was my own health. And so I went to see the doctor, and they said, you're going to have to find ways. They recommended CBT. I don't know whether it was the exact program I had to do. I just didn't click with it. But what I did was I got a spa membership, which I've never have allowed myself to do. I've just seen that as a treat and had nursery owner guilt over it. But I didn't use the gym, I will confess. But it had a hydro pool, and I just found that the moment I stepped into that water and I felt the heat rise up my body, it was just like I felt I let go of everything. So just for an hour, and I would make sure I didn't take my phone in, because if I did, I'll just check the nursery Facebook page. I'll just check them out. So I would leave my phone, leave a watch. And I found first thing on a morning where it was really quiet, and sometimes I was the only one there, where you just walked in and the heat came up with you. And for me, I just found that the balm for my soul in that moment. It was what I needed to just go. But then afterwards, I'd always feel guilty. I'd feel I can't say to nursery I've been at the spa. It looks like I'm just sitting around on a sun lounger while they're working hard. But then I would do that for an hour and then probably work all the way through till 9 o'clock at night, because I felt guilty that I'd gone. But so for me, it sounds ironic. The hot water, a hot bath, a hot tub is the thing for me that makes my mind stop going, because otherwise my mind will just go and go. So it's finding ways that you can do that for you, but it's important to do it and have to wrestle with this guilt factor of your staff team.
Thanks for listening. I hope you took something of value from today. If you want to connect, I'm at rowenahicks.com, or I have a Facebook group, which is Preventing Teacher Burnout. So I look forward to connecting to you at one of those.